Hallo und willkommen zu Deutsch lernen. Heute werden wir Pronomen, einige Verben und Seiten des Tages lernen. Hello and welcome to German Learning. Today we're going to be learning about some pronouns, some key verbs, and times of the day. In the last video we learned about what to say to someone in a regular conversation and some useful expressions and words to use. In the video before that we learned how to say hello and how to introduce ourselves. If you haven't already watched those two videos, I strongly suggest you go back and watch them on my website because they will help you with all the content that's being presented in this video right now. Okay, so fangen wir an. Let's get started. So the first thing we're going to talk about is times of the day. And we're going to go over how to say good morning, good afternoon, or good day, good evening, and good night. So this is how you say all of those. Guten Morgen, which is good morning. Guten Tag, which means good day or good afternoon. Guten Abend, which means good evening. And Gute Nacht, which means good night. Okay, next we're going to look at probably the most important thing in terms of verbs, which is conjugating them. We're going to take the verb haben. Haben means to have. Now we have to look at each of the single pronouns first, and we're going to learn all of those right now. In English we have I, you, he, she, it, then we, you, plural, and they. In German we have the exact same thing. And in that exact same order it's ich, du, sie, es, wir, ihr, sie. The extra z means you in formal tense. Okay, so now we're going to have to conjugate the verb haben, to have. How do we conjugate it in English? We'd say I have, you have, he has. The only difference would be in the third person singular, which is you add an s, you say has. In German it's different. Usually the verb will change throughout all of the pronouns, but only stay the same in wir. So in this case, we're just going to learn how to say it ich, du, and wir, because I think those are the most important when you're talking about myself, somebody else, and when you're talking about everyone together. So let's conjugate haben like that. So we're going to say ich habe. That's usually all the time that's always going to be the case for ich. It's always going to just be adding an e to the end of the verb once you take out the en. So haben, take out the en, and you have an e. With du, it's a little bit different. Du always has st at the end of it. So in this case, it's going to be du hast. You take out the ben in this case. For wir, it's going to be wir haben. Wir haben, and you don't change anything. The same thing goes for sie in the plural tense. Sie haben, and that's it. Most of the verbs in German are conjugated this way, and I'm going to give you a few other verbs so that you can conjugate them using some of the websites and resources that I posted after this video. So the four verbs that I'm going to give you are sein, which means to be, haben, which means to have, glauben, which means to believe, and wollen, which means to want. And these four verbs are very useful, and you can try using them in different contexts and things like that. So I think that's going to be it for today's video. In the next video, we're going to learn about numbers and how to say how old you are. There's going to be some other surprises in there, so be sure to check it out, and I'll see you in the next video. Bis bald!